Hello everyone, Trigan here. Welcome back to Derail Valley. Don't forget, if you like this video, tickle that thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. So here's our locomotives. We're at the machine factory in town, where I just delivered these tanks of, I think they're diesel. Pretty sure they're diesel fuel. I've already dropped off the paperwork and everything. I actually played this yesterday. But that's where I left off. So I had a little quick look around here after dropping things off. And, well, it's a little disappointing, to be honest. Here's the job we just dropped off. We could get 20,000 for, yeah, it is diesel. 20,000 for unloading it and storing the things. That seems boring. Or we can get 13,000 for doing the same thing with that. 6,000. Get 13,000 for hauling this stuff to the goods factory. That's actually not too bad. And then there's a $14,000 job hauling cars down to the harbor. There's more cars going to the harbor. That one's the best one, I think, 23,000. And then this one is 7,000. So nothing really exciting, but I did remember one other thing, is that over here, where the hell is it? Here it is, I think. No. Here it is, right here. We have a military base. And here we've got a shunting job, getting some stuff ready to go out. No, this just came from the harbor. Okay. So, unloading some stuff. Joy. But this one here, we got 4 tanks that need to be delivered down to the harbor, and they're willing to pay 50 grand for it. I can deal with that. It's only 200 tons. We really don't need both locomotives, so we'll deadhead with one of them. Well, let's go ahead and take this. Be our first military job, well, at least in this playthrough. I did get 1 or 2 military jobs done in the previous save, but it's been a long time. So these are on E10, which is probably this right here. Hang on. Yeah, right there. There's our tanks. So let's make sure that's going to the right. This one's going to the left because we want to go over there. And then we've got to figure out how to get onto this. So I think... yeah, I think here's what we want to do. Let's get back to our locomotives here, if I can find them again. Okay. All right, now this, let's go and make sure our brake is off in here. We're just going to drag this one along, though. We're not going to start it up. I didn't really want both doors open. Okay. All right, let's get going here. So I think, if I'm reading this right, let's see. Let's come back to here. See, I think we can go all the way around to the far side. In fact, it's showing here this is the only way to do this. As you can see, this is the military base here. It's showing that loop goes around and connects up here on the north side. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to go on past the whole shebang here. It's interesting how the tracks all cross here. Okay, and I think we've got to go all the way up here, and there should be a switch up here, which I'm betting will be the right one for us. I think we'll have to walk it to be sure. And yes, it is the middle of the night. We're not even starting out in the early morning this time. It's just the middle of the night. Although the last one we did, I guess it was the last video we did too. That one we started out in the middle of the night, and it all worked out well. Have I passed it already? I did not see a switch for us to use. Okay, let's just follow this back. I really need... Hang on here. Can I... let's do this. Drop you on the ground. Okay, and then where the hell is my lighter? 7? There we go. Close that. Pick you up. There we go. Now we can see. And we're not eating up battery. Okay, there's the switch right here. Okay, I think... I'm betting there's going to be another switch here that we're going to have to do, like, right here. So then we'll follow this one. This would be a lot easier if you'd waited for morning. Yeah. Yeah, it would have. It would have. But, yeah, I didn't want to. I actually have already slept. Slept on the sofa in the station. Yeah, this is it. But you can only sleep 8 hours, and then you can't sleep again for I don't know how long. Yeah. Yeah, this is bringing us right back around into the military base. Crossed here, and that looks like the military base right there. Good. All right, so now let's just go back and get our train. We've got our points set, so now all we have to do is just hop on and go. Does this thing run out of fuel? How do you even turn it off? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Okay. Oh, and I did turn off the toggle on this. It was just getting to be too much. Much as it's convenient. I wish I had the lights on the other train. Maybe I should turn the power on the other train. What if I could do that and just turn the lights on? Yeah, let's stop this. Let's just coast here. Over here. Oh, I can't see a damn thing. Can I get my light back? I still cannot see a damn thing. And now I'm off the train. Oh, now I'm in the train. Okay. Oh, there we go. Was it on? Was it on this whole time and I just didn't realize it? Wait a minute. Hang on here. Yeah, it's showing it's on. Even though we have... Okay, that's all very interesting. I did not think it would do that. Okay, except that let's run along here. Jump over to here. Jump over to here. Now let's get a remote out and sync it up with the locomotive that's actually running. And now we can come out here just in time. Now we can see what we're doing as we back in and get our stuff. So these are these water tanks that you were talking about. No, they're not water tanks, Growler. You said they're water tanks. I said they were labeled water tanks. I didn't say they were water tanks. Oh, why does somebody label them water tanks if they're not water tanks? I would think that you as a dwarf would have, some sort of, understanding of military tactics. That's pretty racist. Not all dwarves are soldiers. All right, you actually got a good point. That was sort of, well, speciesist, not racist. But, yeah. Come on, close that. There we go. Okay. Where's the red light coming from? Oh, it's over here. Oh, it's the helicopter pad. Oh, that's cool. Stand there, helicopter land on your head. Yeah, I don't think there are any helicopters in the game, Growler. Be cool if there were. We had all sorts of activity like that going on. It's certainly making my job here a lot easier because I can see. Okay. And let's go ahead and get the lamp out. Oh, let's double check this. 064 to 869. Okay, that's 869. And your brake is off. Are you 064? Yes, you are. And your brake is on. Okay. All right, we got our train. Let's double check the back end of it here. That all looks good. Whoa, yeah, this... There's no pulling dead in. You got to back into all this. There's no pulling stuff in. You left your Discord on. Actually, I didn't leave the Discord on. I left it on my phone. It was my phone you just heard, not the... not the app on the computer. Now getting out of here. Now, despite the fact the map doesn't show it, yeah, see, we've got a switch right here. I think this will send us through the passenger station, and we can go back out that way and head down to the... We are going to the harbor, right? Yeah, harbor. We're going to go to B7I. That is... oh, God. Keep hitting that. All right. Close the door. Close the door. There we go. Flip our lights. Oh. Brakes are off. And we're off. Boy, this thing feels like it's pulling a lot more than 300 tons. I don't remember how much our locomotives weigh, but can't be much more than 300 tons between the tanks and the locomotive, because they are only supposed to be 280 tons. Yeah, it didn't cost much to deadhead the second locomotive last time we did it. And so it's worth it just to keep that second locomotive with us in case we need it later on. And heck, something like that, even if we think we're fine with one locomotive and it turns out we need the extra power, run back there, start the engine up, and we're good to go. Here's the passenger platforms. Can't wait for them to get passenger service going in this game. That'll be fun. I was disappointed to read that the developers for Train Life have basically abandoned the game. That game had so much potential. I really enjoyed playing it. This is sort of terrible. Okay, we're going underneath this. I'm like, what on earth are we driving towards here? But yeah, there was so much potential to that game. They could have made so much more money just adding more locomotives, adding to the map. They could have really gone on with that game. I don't know where the logic was in abandoning it. All right, we are out of the machine factory in town. And I should turn that off too. That's just annoying. I don't really need it. Now we just got the long trip down south. I just came up here from the harbor, so all our points should be set. So it should be a breeze. Okay, we're coming up on the city. I need to slow down some. Come on. Slow down. There we go. That's better. Keep slowing down. I don't know how close we are, really. It's hard to... Oh, nope, there's my turn right there. I think... Oh, no, that's just a curve. But we're down to 30. That's what I wanted. Because I know this curve up here going around the city, or, you know, skirting to the edge of it, I know it's a 30 kph curve. So I really didn't want to hit it going 60.
Growler appreciates that. The Army wants its water tanks delivered.
They're not water tanks. God. Try to enlighten people and... What do you get? They get stuck on one idea. Yeah, that's going pretty well. I tell you, this game is so pretty at night. I mean, it is a pain in the rear when you're trying to see what you're doing. Although, now that I got the gas lantern, that sort of solves some of that problem right there. I mean, it's not super bright, but it's one that doesn't run out of battery in 5 seconds. And I don't really feel like speeding up too much because I know that there's another 30 kph curve coming up. But we will bump it up to 30 and stay there. So that's the city southwest. We just passed through that. And we got to pass through the oil well and the farm. Nothing too shocking. Nice, easy nighttime run. Okay, we're through that 30 kph zone. Let's open it up. We can do 50, no problem, through these two stations. They might not like it, but I do.
Are you gonna hit something and blow it up?
No, I'm not going to hit anything and blow it up.
Growler sort of likes it when you blow things up.
I wonder if there's any demolitions games. Actually, there is. Oh my god, I just thought about that.
Well, you gonna keep us in suspense?
I can't remember what it's called. Fireworks Mania, that's what it is. Yeah, I think Growler and his blowing things up fetish might go good with Fireworks Mania. I don't own it, but I've seen it played quite a lot and, you know, laughed about it. Almost up to 50, and you can see the oil well up ahead of us here. We'll keep a little bit of throttle on to maintain our speed through this. Straight on through. There we go. Beautiful. Actually, nope, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Get a nice outside view of this as we go through it. That's pretty cool, actually. A little shot of it. There. A couple of screen caps. Maybe I can make one of them into the thumbnail for this. Little station. Alright. Back to our usual work. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun.
You're singing again.
Yeah?
What have I told you about singing?
That you love my singing. My voice is just amazing.
No, you've been doing drugs. That's not what Growler said at all. Growler said no singing.
I thought that was Eek's thing, no singing.
Growler agrees with Eek on everything.
Well, that would be shocking. I didn't think you agreed with anyone on anything, let alone anyone on everything. Let's give a little bit more thrust here. Get this little uphill section. Boy, it really does not want to hold speed here. Holy moly. You know, that where I said I, might run into a point where I wanted to turn on the second locomotive. This isn't very long, though, so, I mean, even if we crawl up it shouldn't be too bad. Well, that's the nice thing about starting out in the middle of the night, though. We're getting a nice sunrise now. There's the farm we just passed through. Yeah, I know, we're overheating. I'm not losing too much more speed. As long as I don't have to turn on that second locomotive. So as long as I can keep moving to the top of this hill, I won't go back and turn on the second locomotive. As long as I don't have to turn that on, I will be happy. I know, we've got our red light on, but it's only in the yellow.
Yeah, so you say. You don't have to pay for the repairs. Speaking of paying for things,
Oh, God, no.
you spend an awful lot of Growler's money in transport fever.
But we're all set up now, Growler. Everything is set up so we can connect all those southern cities to the network. So, we're in good shape there. I did not really intend for my channel to become an all-train channel. I like a variety of games, but everyone seems to like the trains. That's where I get a lot of views. And I do enjoy playing them too, so. There's one game that I'm keeping an eye on. It was really buggy when it released. I was watching some other videos on it and people getting frustrated with it. But I don't know if it's, in good enough shape yet for me to want to try it on the channel. We shall see. Just keep an eye on it. We made it. Cool. The engine's cooled back off to normal. We're holding our speed. Now it's just this long straight run to the downhill slope. Alright, we are coming into the downhill slope here. I'm going to put on the dynamic brake here for a bit, lose some speed. That's enough for right now. And yeah, I got to tell you, the dynamic brakes, now that those are in the game, now that they work, they just make this downhill slope here so much easier. Let's go ahead and put a little bit more back on. In the last version of the game, sometimes you'd struggle, at least I would, going down this hill, trying to maintain a reasonable speed without your brakes just completely burning out on you. But now with the dynamic brakes, you can use them to sort of maintain your speed. You can see what I'm doing. I'm just adjusting it as the speed changes. And then if it gets a little bit overwhelmed, you can just put on some train brake and you're in good shape. Don't think I need it all the way off, but... There we go. And that's, I think, just about the worst section. The last bad section is clear at the end. And most of this hill down now, with the dynamic brakes, I can just, set a little bit of dynamic brake and just coast down the hill. And here we are, coming into that last section I was just talking about. Just put on a little bit more dynamic brake, keep us at 40. We're going to have to put on more dynamic brake when we get around this curve here. This is going to be a pretty steep section right here. Going up the hill, this is always the hardest part. Right here, this section of track is the steepest in the whole thing. get up this little section of track, you're okay. Put the dynamic on full. Let's give it a little train brake here. That was a little too much. Okay, is our remote still set? Yes, it is. Good. Let's go ahead and open this door. We're going to hop out there soon. Don't really want to turn off the dynamic yet because we're still going downhill. Yeah, you can see we're picking up again right here. All right. So where are we going now? We're going to B7. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we're going to step out here onto the foot plate. Get our remote out. We're just going to ride this around to the switch. Which actually, now that I think about it, it's probably on this side. Yep, here it is. Boy, if we really hopped out of a moving vehicle at that speed, we would have plastered ourselves on the landscape here. Okay, brakes are on. Now, what did I say? B7. Okay, let's go find B7. Oh, that's for that. Okay. I'm going to assume it's on the right here. Actually, you know what? Why don't I just look? Harbor. There it is. B7 should be pretty much straight in. Yeah, it is. And I think our points are all set for it. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and reverse this. Turn our... Whoa! I think we might be a little too far away. There we go. We'll hop up here with the tank. Okay. Now, I actually didn't even bother doing maintenance on these locomotives, as you could tell, because they were still sitting right where I dropped off those tankers. So we're going to have the double cost of maintenance this time. I'm trying to work up enough money. I already got the Hazmat 3 license, so we can do Hazmat 3 jobs now. So I'm trying to work up the 400 grand to get us the military 3, and then we'll be able to pick up some really, really good paying military transport jobs. There we go. I'll let us get up to about 25. After that, then we'll cut it off and just let it coast. What if they'll have any more new military jobs for us? That would be nice. Yeah, I got up a little over 25. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. And we can go ahead and start putting on some brakes here. Start putting on all the brakes here. Okay. That. Disconnect this. We'll leave that alone for now. Close that. Got the sign in just the right place to make it hard to do anything with that. Okay. Now we should be all set. We don't have to go around to the main office. Come right here. Get our job out. All right, completed. 46 minutes out of 71. Not bad. Not bad at all. Made 75 grand on this. Holy moly. I do love the military jobs. Let's take our money. Have a look at what we got here. 424,000. We have enough to get the new military license. Let's see. That's not a great job. That's not a great job either. Why are these paying so little? We got the tanks we just brought in need to be shunted, and these are some empty cars that need to go to the machine factory. Well, okay, nothing great here today, but we did get a great job coming down here, so that's nice. And then we can probably pick up something really good from the harbor here for the next time, unless, of course, I play and move us someplace else before I get to that. But that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please remember to tickle it. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, this is too cool. Is this a real helicopter? I don't recognize it. Not that I wonder if it is Comanche, maybe? Did they ever build that? I sort of, I haven't really kept track of what military helicopters there are for a long time. It's been a long time since I cared about that sort of thing. But that is a really cool looking helicopter. And a very dirty car. Don't you guys ever wash your cars? I mean, I realize it probably helps out with the camo a little bit, but... All right, now that is going to be it for today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please remember to tickle that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.